Hi, Taehyung lovers all around the world. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers Worldwide channel, a channel that has always stood on the front line to spread the kindness, influence, and peaceful aura of Kim Taehyung to every corner of the world. But before we go any further, stop for a moment. Don't scroll. Just 3 seconds. Because what was captured this morning in a European airport corridor is not an ordinary moment. And honestly, not everyone is ready to hear it. This is not merely about a departure, not just about visuals, and certainly not content you can simply pass by. Lisbon, February 9th, 2026. In the midst of the normal flow of passengers, the camera captured a single scene that immediately stopped the world's attention. Kim Taehyung appeared, and as has happened time and time again, his presence once again changed the atmosphere. But this time, there was something far deeper, something that can only be felt if you watch until the very end. The closeness of Kim Taehyung, Jungkook, and Jin looked so real, so intimate, to the point of one moment when Kim Taehyung and Jungkook placed their hands on Jin's shoulders at the same time. Not for the camera, not to go viral, but because Jin is the older brother, the axis, and the safe place they cannot distance themselves from. What does that small gesture mean? Why did this moment give so many people chills? And why did the world suddenly fall silent? And the price of Kim Taehyung's outfit that became the focus of the world and armies everywhere? Every answer is in this video. So make sure you watch until the end, because at the end you'll understand why this brief moment is far more powerful than 1,000 words. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss every important Kim Taehyung story. And one more thing, make this video go viral. Let the world continue to see that behind the global spotlight, Kim Taehyung's kindness and the bond of BTS are always real. Lisbon, February 9th, 2026. Kim Taehyung V, together with all BTS members, was reported to be leaving Portugal, closing a full week of overseas activities that from the beginning had been shrouded in speculation. Videos of their departure from Humberto Delgado Airport spread quickly, but before the cameras could even set their focus, one figure had already stolen the spotlight. Taehyung walked casually, his tousled hair left natural, a calm expression, and one visual detail that instantly broke through the crowd, a bright red jacket that was impossible to ignore. Amid the dominance of neutral colors worn by the other members, black, brown, dark green, that red jacket functioned like a giant exclamation mark. It was not merely worn. It seemed to announce a presence. Without a stage, without special lighting, without any effort to draw attention, Taehyung became the visual center of gravity. The cameras did not need to search. The spotlight came on its own. Within hours, public attention narrowed to one undeniable detail. International K-pop fashion communities and celebrity outfit curation accounts began identifying the jacket as the Balenciaga oversized zip-up bomber jacket red edition. The oversized silhouette with firm shoulders, a minimalist front zipper, and the matte finishing typical of the French fashion house were immediately recognized. Not long after, one number began circulating and triggered a wave of global reactions. The price. In the international retail market, the jacket is priced in a range of $2,350 to $2,700, depending on the collection and country of distribution. That figure spread rapidly, was repeatedly quoted, debated, and ultimately produced an effect that has become a recurring pattern. Several online luxury retailers were reported to have sold out within a short time. Admiration mixed with shock, while some of the public reacted with irritation, not because of the price itself, but because of the reality that one person once again proved just how immense the influence he possesses truly is. What is often overlooked, however, is that this phenomenon has never been solely about labels or prices. The red jacket became a symbol of context. When the other 6 BTS members chose to blend into their surroundings, Taehyung stood as a contrast. Red, bold, alive, and uncompromising. A styling decision that psychologically locks human focus amid visual noise. And ironically, all of it looked as though it happened effortlessly. Kim Taehyung once again reaffirmed his reputation as a trend catalyst. Whatever he wears rarely stops at being fashion. It turns into a trigger for global discussion, from fashion to pop culture, from marketing to mass psychology. What makes it difficult for some people to accept is that sense of unintentionality. There are no excessive poses, no theatrical gestures. He simply walks, and the world once again becomes noisy talking about him. Behind the fashion spotlight, the camera also captured something far quieter yet emotional. The nonverbal closeness between Kim Taehyung, Jungkook, and Jin was clearly visible as they walked side by side. The almost non-existent distance, hands resting on shoulders. Small gestures that may seem trivial to some, but to observers of human relationships are a language of trust. Unmanufactured, unperformed, and precisely because of that, deeply real. The trio moved like a single small unit within a larger group, warm, natural, and full of a sense of safety. There was no dialogue, yet their body language spoke loudly. At this point, many viewers fell silent, because moments like this cannot be fabricated. They can only be captured or missed. According to reports from South Korean and European entertainment industry sources, BTS's presence in Portugal is related to the filming process of a music video for an upcoming group project titled Arirang. If this information is accurate, then this trip carries its own historical weight. It potentially becomes BTS's first group content since their full return, as well as a marker of a new phase long awaited by the global public. The choice of Portugal, with its artistic atmosphere and historic landscapes, is said to align with the concept they wish to present. Outside that dense schedule, Taehyung also became a highlight due to his friendly interaction with a fan at a local tart shop. That brief moment spread quickly on social media. There was no cold distance, no exclusive attitude, just a simple conversation and a demeanor that once again reinforced his image as a grounded figure. For many fans, small moments like this leave a deeper impression than the glare of grand stage lights. For approximately 1 week in Portugal, BTS reportedly completed a series of group content with high intensity, while still leaving room for sincere human interaction. And among all those details, the public once again fell into the same narrative. Contrast. When others choose silence within a safe palette, Taehyung appears as color, always different, always bold, and almost never half-hearted. Within group dynamics, Taehyung and Jin are often described by fans as a pairing with contrasting yet complementary energy. The bear and wolf metaphor does not emerge without reason. One brings warmth, the other radiates firmness. The Lisbon cameras captured something that felt real, not the result of image construction. And once again, the world became obsessed. At this point, the question becomes difficult to avoid. Why does every step Kim Taehyung takes always trigger extreme reactions? Why can a single jacket move the global market? Why can a small gesture spark emotional discussions across cultures? Or perhaps the more honest question is whether the world has actually been closing its eyes for too long to the magnitude of the influence he holds. Lisbon was just one morning. The red jacket was just one item. Yet the impact once again spread across the world. And as usual, Kim Taehyung made no statement whatsoever. He simply walked, while the world once again was stirred into noise. February 2026 did not merely arrive as a marker time. It arrived carrying one name that forced the world to stop and look at the same moment. Lisbon, February 9th, 2026, may have been just one morning, one airport, one ordinary step. But from there, one red jacket, one shoulder gesture, and one wordless togetherness once again prove that Kim Taehyung never shows up halfway. He does not speak, does not explain, does not defend himself. He simply walks. And the world once again is left noisy, questioning, and compelled to acknowledge an undeniable influence. And at this point, the story has not truly ended yet, because what was seen today may only be the opening of something far greater. The Arirang project, BTS's togetherness, and Kim Taehyung's next steps still leave far too many question marks. Is the world ready for what comes next? Or will it once again be shocked, just like today? Thank you for watching until the end, Taehyung lovers. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and activate the notification bell if you enjoy the content on this channel. If you don't like it, feel free to skip, because the Taehyung lovers channel never forces anyone. But one thing is certain, as long as Kim Taehyung keeps walking, we will continue to be here, spreading his kindness so the world does not forget